Brian Day at Braintree Open Rallies Metal Detecting Club to come on and give us an update of what he's been finding down there. And boy, have they been finding some fantastic artifacts. So let's bring Brian up and find out what he's been up to. Right, Brian, where are you, mate? We'll get you in a minute. Hey, Brian, how are you, pal?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah,
it's
brilliant.
nice to see.
Right, tell us what's been going on. Tell us all those digs and all those artifacts you've been finding down there.
Oh, we've had a bumper time. We've had gold coins coming out of our ears from sovereigns. George III, 1825, full sovereigns. Wow. We've had Celtic quarter staters. We've had from the Iceni tribe. We've had full staters up as well. We've got one field on one farm has produced 5 gold coins. Now that is unusual. I think there's a hoard there. In fact, I can feel it in my water. There's a hoard there. I know it. And it's just a matter of digging it up. We were there last Sunday and a beautiful gold whole stater came up. And it was the last knockings of the actual dig. And a guy that I was moaning about because he was the last blah blah, and he walked up to me and said, "Here, hold your hand out." Bang! Plopped a gold stater in my hand. I went, "My God,
fantastic!"
I know. And he turned around and he said, "You've been looking for these, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah, you know I have." I said, "You've been on the other digs." He's a member of my club, Braintree Metal Detecting Club, and he said to me, "There's more out there, Brian. You know." I said, "I know." There's a Celtic village there as well. And so I'm hoping that the Celtic hoard comes up. John, it's been unbelievable. I mean, in the time that we've been doing it, we had a dig the other week in outside of Colchester. I don't know. I know you're up north. Colchester was a massive Roman town with a hell of a garrison. And Boudica came down from East Anglia, or Norfolk and Suffolk, and she laid the place to waste. She killed everybody. When they got enough troops back on the land, because they landed at Brancaster up on the Norfolk coast, marched right the way across Norfolk through Suffolk till they got to Colchester, and they re-garrisoned it. They kicked the Iceni tribe out. She was queen of the Icenis. Kicked the Iceni tribe out, butchered all them, then went after her and her 2 daughters, which they caught and put her to death after raping the daughters and probably her as well. You know, the usual thing that the Romans did. But this dig that I had only 2 weekends ago was on the best Roman ground I've ever walked on. I'm not joking. This farm outside of Colchester, it was literally, you walked along, you fell over a silver denarii. Walked on a bit further, there's a Roman brooch laying on the surface. I'm not saying that you had to dig for them, they're just laying there. And I went, I can't believe this. All the guys had 115 people turn up to dig it. We've got Suffolk to do as well. We've got loads of different people have asked me to go and put digs on in their area. Bedfordshire we're going to, Norfolk, they want us up on the Norfolk coast, not far from Brancaster actually, where the Roman port was. And we hope in a place called Weybourne in Norfolk, which is right on the coast. They want us to have a dig there. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I mean, since we started, John, do you know, I can't believe the amount of gold coins that we've unearthed. It must be 60 or 80.
Fantastic.
In the 5 years we've been going. And it's without silver stuff, silver hammers. One field alone produced 42 hammered coins. And I tell you what, I'm not a greedy person. If somebody finds something, I'm happy for them. Good for you.
Yes.
Now, I've got a lot in with the British Museum. I don't use the local float. And I was invited to dig Hadrian's Wall several years ago, and I didn't go. Go. And that was with the Time Team. I was I'm well known in the metal detecting fraternity throughout the UK. I mean, I know people in Cornwall, Devon, you name it, all over the UK, Birmingham, Manchester, your area, Burnley, and what have you. And and I get invites to do all sorts. In fact, at one time, my club, Braintree Metal Detecting Club, was the official club for Colchester Museum to do their digs.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
we put metal detectorists on there to do their digs. But anyway, getting back to metal detecting, I turned around and I've got a big dig on this next Saturday. As I said, it's on the same land as we got that gold stater off the other day. I think there's even more on there. In fact, I know there is. Got to be. You don't get 5 staters off the same field unless there's something going on.
Something going on.
You know, and there's something.
A lot of activity, isn't there?
I think it's a nice scenic village.
Yes.
You know, and if it is, you know, it's going to be built on because the owner of the farmer, great friend of mine, known him 30 years. In fact, as you know, John, you need the landowners, not the renting person, owners' permission.
Permission to go on. That's right. The tenant doesn't know, I'm afraid.
That's right. And I mean, I've got a lot of friends in America, and some of them come over here. I take them detecting and what have you on bits of land that I've got here and there. And I mean, poor old Americans, they haven't got any history. You know, it starts back in about 1750 or something like that. Well, you know, we'd had about 100 kings on the throne since then. You know, but I mean, I couldn't believe it when one of my guys came up with a King Stephen penny the other day, and I went, "What, King Stephen penny? So you come
that is pretty rare."
And I said, "Just a bit rare, you know." And he went, "It's a lovely one as well. It looks like it's just been out of the mint and dropped on the floor."
Wow.
And I said to him, "Good luck to you, mate." And I said, "But I've got to report that one to the flow." So that's gone up to, I use the British Museum in London. I send it up to the British Museum. So I've got a lady there I deal with. I know she's trustworthy and she won't mess me about. She gives me updates whenever I require them on any of the stuff I send in. And she's true blue. You know, she's a good girl.
I mean, obviously, you know, we're doing a great job by pulling out this history of different periods and with factual history, which is important, isn't it? It's bringing the history alive, what actually happened in that area.
That's right. I mean, you think about it, you go on a field that looks like just a piece of dirt. You know, it's been raining, so you're wet. You walk on there, you get your machine out. You know, walk on there, you find a find. It could be a hammered coin, could be a clipped hammered coin. Got little bits off of it, you know, where they used to clip them and give them this change.
That's right. They put them in half or quarter, didn't they?
That's it. Yeah, halves, quarters, things like that.
So you think all these different periods, isn't it, that we find? It's brilliant, isn't it? You know, Roman, Celtic, and all
loads of Victorian stuff. Loads of it, heaps of it. Pennies, eightpennies, farthings, threepences, pennies, tuppences, you name it. Cartwheel pennies. We found them all. Silver spoons, about this long, beautiful ones.
All right.
If you look on my website, www.braintreemdc.co.uk, and look at finds, you'll see just some of what we found. Yeah. And there's gold coins on there. There's statues, Roman statues on there. There's everything that's been found off the digs that we've had.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I know it gets up your pip because you ain't got no age around your way, are you? You got no Romans.
I can't find up to 18th century. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, you know, and we do have a, you know, if we do find an armoured, it's like, you know, winning the lottery up here.
I'll tell you what, mate.
People appreciate and understand that it's quite hard to find hammered up here in quantity, and you know, and it's very, very rare. Whereas it's obviously a bit common down where you are, because it's more prolific with people.
Very common, very, very common. A lot of Roman coins, we're finding a lot. I mean, some of my members are fed up with finding Roman coins. I got one of them. He's a bit of a lad, a bit of a London lad, and he says to me, he says, "Brian," I said, "What's that? What's up?" And he says, "Can't you take it somewhere else other than Roman coins?" He said, "I'm fed up with these bloody things." He says, "It's all I'll ever find." I said, "Oh, well, some people in the world can't find them, mate, so be lucky, you know."
I think I found one grot this year. That's it.
Well, I went out the other day, as I said, walking on that field, and I picked up a silver denarii laying on the surface.
Wow.
A Roman bow brooch as well. Only a small one about like that. In fact,
let's go on. Look at that.
Roman bow brooch.
Fantastic.
And it's still got the spring in it.
You got spring in. Oh, gee whiz. You can't see, but
you can't see it very well.
No, you can't see it, but that's rare to have the clip in there, Brian.
No, I've got no clip in it. This one hasn't. But the amount of other stuff we get, like Roman coins, I've got literally.
Bronze. Buckets full.
I'll undo it so you can see it.
Oh, man.
Can you see all the coins?
Oh, yes. Roman.
All Roman.
Roman coins. Let's go spending at the pub. Look at that. Well, might get it. But yeah, I can see some of it.
Yeah.
You have to put it in front of the.
That's one I started cleaning up. But because we're a big Roman area here, got Colchester just up the road. The amount of stuff I find is unbelievable. And people actually they get fed up with finding them, so they throw them in I put scrap bins out, put scrap in on the fields when we're having a dig, and they're these plastic buckets, that you buy from local places, and I put them out. I find a handful of Roman coins in there. They just chuck them away. Bronze. They don't want them. They want the silver. They want the gold, but they don't want the bronze. So they chuck them in the scrap.
It's amazing, you see.
That's a bit unfair.
They die for just a grot, Roman, because you don't get them. We don't get any.
Well, the Romans were there where you were, but they were more up through the far north, because they had to walk through your area to get up to Scotland to walk where Hadrian's Wall.
They were here, but in small proportion, small places,
Yeah,
not as active.
Your way got conquered quick, so they said we can leave them alone and we'll bugger off up north. So that's what they did. But no, as I say, to really look at what we're doing and the aim of the club is. The aim of the club is to give everybody a chance to metal detect, to go out and find something for themselves. I mean, I've got pictures you'll see them on the website of young kiddies, only 10-year-old, and they're holding up like this, their first coin. It's probably a half a penny or a tuppence, modern stuff.
And then they just love it, don't they?
And they think that's wonderful. Mothers,
but you get people from all walks of life detecting, though, don't you?
Oh God, I've got policemen members, doctors. I've got airline pilots. I've got people in America are members of my club, and they only come over here a few times a year, or maybe once every couple of years.
I know you've got to explain this. There's a lot of hard work involved, isn't it? And you can't just walk into a farmer's field for nothing, can you, Brian?
It takes months. It takes months to not only negotiate the price, because we pay. We don't expect nobody to use anything for nothing in this day and age. It takes a month to negotiate the price, get the fields organised. Then your next worry is car parking. Where are you going to put the cars? Get 100 people turn up, 100 cars. Where do you put them? Can't park them on the sides of the road. You have the old bill on your back, you get nicked a bit quick. Then over 100 people, you have the special toilets there as well. You have the ladies and gents toilet. That comes on an Arctic lorry, and they lift it off in a chain, put it down where you want it. And that's there for the duration of the dig, but it's 1 or 2 days. But you still got to pay for the time of it being picked up, dropped off while it's there, and then being picked up again. That can go into several £100s. A lot of people don't realise what goes into it. So without what the farmer gets, I always say on my cards, on my business cards, it says, just sit back and get paid. That's what they do. They just sit back and just draw money for us. We go metal detecting on their land.
Just have the field there, and then that's it.
That's it. Yeah. And that's without the other stuff. We have gazebos we take with us, cooking stuff and what have you. I mean, we don't take a mobile cat. I mean, it's
tea, coffee.
That's it. Tea, coffee, water. And if it's really hot, I supply water for everybody. So you got a choice of still or sparkling. You get a bottle of water for nothing, or 2 or 3 if you're feeling unwell. If you're unwell, we've got a paramedic there with us all the time with a defibrillator. If you have a heart attack on the field, we can get there quick, give you a quick belt, and bring you back. We hope. We've never had to use it yet, but it's there. I mean, one of them is nearly $2,000 for a defibrillator.
Wow.
I've got a paramedic that's a member of the club, and he comes to every dig, and he says, I'll bring my kit in the back of the car.
Wow.
Superhero. Lovely bloke.
Wow.
So doing that,
a real mixture of people.
We meet all sorts. You've got we get a lot of foreigners, Poles, Albanians, Ukrainians, and what have you. So I do a written report on every dig, on every field we go on.
Right.
So the farmer has a report with photographs or the video, the link to the video I make of all the finds that are made on his land.
Yes.
So
It's been
he can
reported.
refer to it and say, oh, they did well. I just had one of my farmers email me the other day and he said, oh, you had a very good dig. Sorry about the weather. He said it poured down the rain. I said, I wasn't wet. I said, but my detectorists were, but they loved it. With the amount of stuff that came off, we had 42 Roman silver denaries. That's without one of the bottom end of his fields must have been in pasture at some time. We had 30 crotal bells. Your crotal bells, what they used to put around the neck of sheep and goats and things like that, on a little cord, so that when they walked, it dinged. If a thief come along and tried to steal it, as the goat was running, ding, 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 ding.
Ring. Yes.
Woke up the shepherd. The shepherd come out, all guns are blazing, and got his sheep back and kicked the other bloke's ass. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we had loads of crotal bells. We had Roman brooches, bronze Roman coins, but a bucket load. In fact, that was the dig they were throwing them away. They didn't want them. Shotgun cartridges. Oh yeah, loads of those. The ends of shotguns. You know, I mean, where people are shot.
Yeah. I mean, you do get some rubbish, don't you? I mean,
we do. So, I mean, we picked one place alone. We did. I get an average of about half a ton of rubbish off of each load of digs.
Yeah.
So what I do is I take it up the scrapyard and weigh it in. All goes in Braintree Metal Detecting Club account.
Yeah.
And one dig we got 98 quid for the scrap.
Well, every bit counts, Brian, doesn't it? You know, because I mean, you've got signs to fork out, you've got administration to pay, you've got to chase around, trying to organise the digs. There's a lot of finance involved, you know, to sort this out. To give people pleasure, isn't there, really?
It is. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money. When I started this, I never thought it was going to get so involved as what it did. I mean, I'm 72. My wife is 80. Cooler. But as I say, it's, you know, the amount of stuff that we do now to put a dig on. You go out the night before, put all the signboards out to make sure everybody knows how to get to the dig. And you ain't got to do it on one road. You got to do it in every road going to that dig. So in one road. If it is one road, you're very lucky. Usually it's about average of 2 to 3. Because they can come from a different way. If they come from this way, you can cover that. If they come from another way, we stick a board there, you know, that sort of thing. And of course, when you get there, of course, you've got parking problems again. The other week, we had the tow vehicles off because of the flash rain that came through.
Oh, yeah, muddy.
Cool, the mud. I'll tell you what, mate.
So, if I'd have known it would be that bad, is it, Brian? Really? Your wife was doing a lot of work there, wasn't she?
Oh, she does, yeah. And she runs the paper side, the books, and the membership, keeping an eye on the memberships, but hard enough.
You just enjoy, you know, giving pleasure to people.
That's right. It's what it is. I started this up, John, to allow people that sit in offices all day long. That's why I look at it.
Yeah.
Sit in offices all day long that can't get anywhere to go out and have a go one day a week. Or 1 day a month if they want, whenever they want.
Yeah.
Or midweek.
They pay a small fee which goes into the club and just keeps the club going because you've got administration costs with the club. So
let's do it.
That all helps out, doesn't it?
Expensive to hire the land because they ain't gonna let you on there for nothing. And then if you find something good, they want their half. Stand there with their hand out. Where's my bit? You know. So as I say, we always anything over £1,000, the farmer gets half, but it has to be seen by the flow first, sent up to London. After they finish with it, if they don't want it, it comes back to the finder. The finder then comes to me and says, well, the farmer wants half. Okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to pay him half, or do you want to put it up to auction? And if they do, they put it in the auction, and whatever it makes, it makes. My father sold off the farm years ago and said to me, what do you want to do? When I left school, he said, if you ain't got a job by the time Monday comes, you're going to be a plumber. So that's what I became, a plumber.
Yeah, matey. Well, so we've had a great update on that. So have you got some more digs planned then? You know, how far on do you stop? When do you stop your digs then? Is it carry on till when?
Well, we do really Essex, Suffolk, Norfolk, into Hertfordshire as well. But I'm planning digs on the Norfolk coast at Weybourne with big Roman settlement there. In fact, there's a pub there called the Roman Camp, and the camp is actually just up the road from where we're digging. And well, if it comes off again, I'm in negotiation with the farmer, so it's
so yeah.
But,
so when,
yes,
when we actually stop the digs, then when the dogs, actually, that's it. We're no more digs. Is it January or February? When does it stop?
No, we dig all year round.
All year round.
What we do winter time when the arables all drilled and the crops coming up and you get to this high, we then switch over to grassland.
Yeah.
Switch over to grassland. I've been asked to go to other counties in England, Devon, Cornwall, all the rest of it, put digs on. Regularly get invited from the Cornwall boys to their digs there. But you see, for me, that's 6 hours driving. I live about an hour from the coast of Essex. I live between Colchester and Ipswich, a little place called Braintree. Well, I live in a little village called Cressing. And that farm I've been doing for 30 years.
Yeah, and it's still producing.
It's never, ever stopped giving good stuff.
Exactly.
From medieval stuff right the way through to Celtic stuff, Roman stuff. You know.
It's always going to be there, isn't it? Especially with new technology and all, isn't it, Brian? Well, okay, mate. Right. So at least you know that you're carrying on with you. And what we'll do, we'll have another update sometime in February. What do you think about that? Is February a good time to have an update?
No problem, mate. No problem. Any time, John, for you. Yeah,
brilliant, mate. So thanks for coming on. And we will catch you later, pal.
Later, mate. Laters. Bye.